It's a CEO Trades where money works for you with your market update. Today we're looking at one simple question. Where do I find stocks to invest in? I have some sites here that I'd like to show you and some news that has happened in the last week or currently and how they can impact what we are experiencing in the markets right now. Number one is the FOMC came out yesterday and gave news that everyone liked on stock in general with stocks and crypto, and everything is up for 2 days straight so far. It's up, and that's very good. However, there are news out there that is going to impact the overall market or at least certain sectors. Number one is here in Market Watch. As you can see, the world is buying fewer devices and inventories for PCs, phones, and tablets are building. If you want to read the whole article, just go to marketwatch.com story. You just make a screenshot here and follow this link right up here. This is important because if devices are down, PCs are down, phones, tablets are down. I mean, what is happening? Why is the slowdown? There are many reasons, but number one is I think we're getting too much of the same over and over. While places like Japan, you get devices with the utmost up to date amount of opportunities with a cell phone. Number one is you can have more than one phone number on one cell phone. It's not that readily available in the USA yet. Number two, they took away the SIM cards from the cell phones, and I think that's discouraged a lot of people, including me. Another thing that they've taken away is the ability to have 3.5 millimeter jack, which a lot of people were accustomed to, and those have been discouraging. Now, in reference to PCs, maybe they're used long enough that they don't need a new one. Just like what I'm using right now, recording here, this PC is very good for me. I have a few other PCs that I have as backups that I have for other things as I search and invest, and they're not ready to be changed, and that's just the reality. Now, Goldman Sachs here on this website, Goldman Sachs says four cities likely to see a 2008 style housing crash. What are those four markets? So let's look right in here. But just how bad could things get in 2023? You can see here it says San Jose MSA, Austin MSA, Phoenix MSA, and San Diego MSA will likely grapple with peak to trough declines of over 25% if the housing market goes down at the same time that some of these other companies that represent phones and so on, which I forgot to mention, like Apple, Samsung, Google, and soon to be Tesla with phones. Amazon is a big seller of phones, Best Buy. These are just some of the places that will be affected. Dell selling computers, IBM selling computers, and a few other places that sell computers that are going to be affected. Now, in reference to the housing market, there are going to be opportunities out there, and there are going to be those who bought a house, and if things go down 25, 30%, they're not going to be able to sell. They're going to have to hold it longer before they can sell. Now, another thing here is under the mortgager.com housing foreclosure charges and statistics. This is by according to zip code. You can see that out of the top 10 zip codes that had the highest foreclosures in 2022, most of them are in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio zip codes, Cleveland, Ohio. And you have Maple Heights, Ohio. Then you have one in Chicago, Illinois, and one in Willingboro, New Jersey. Now, I don't know all the information on this. I don't know. I haven't seen maps on where they're exactly located, but we do know that Cleveland, Ohio has had inconveniences with crime, and I'm presuming that the other places as well, but I'm not looking into that. I'm just letting you know what is out there and how to get ready to invest. As debt skyrockets, here's the total credit card debt in America each year since 1986. You want to look into this? Just go into this as well, 247wallet.com. You can see here the link and find out this information. Very important information to be aware of in reference to investing. And this was just published about 3 days ago, thanks to Maria Wood, the editor of this article. Now, on Yahoo Finance, we see here the most current news. Tech stocks extend post-Fed rally as giants set to report earnings. Yes, Apple, Amazon, and Google are going to be reporting earnings today. And We know that Apple will be down. I don't know how much. Google will most probably be down, and Amazon will be down as well. They've let go. Jeff Bezos has let go of many employees. And several weeks ago, he told people to hold on to money. Don't spend it. You're going to need it for a rainy day, and the rainy day is coming. Winter is here, and winter is not going to fall exactly in winter. It's going to fall when stock market crashes, and most people will be affected for a bit. Maybe not too long as some are claiming it to be. Two reasons Meta stock is exploding higher after Whopper earnings. Apple to report earnings as growth slows on smartphones. Alphabet earnings slowing. Ad sales. Antitrust suit in focus. Pharma earnings. COVID is highly uncertain for this year. Apple, Amazon, Alphabet earnings this afternoon. So watch out. This is the news that I use to invest. NASDAQ gains 3%. Power earnings are behind the rally. Power earnings are behind the NASDAQ is up more than 16% so far this year. Its best start since 1975. And that's very good. It's a great start, but we've got a lot of information that's missing out there that's not being portrayed in all this news. In reference to investing, I've given you some major companies in here, companies that if they do have bad earnings or if they report some information that leads to the market going downward, then that might be a good time to leverage in. Dollar cost averaging in is very important in reference to investing because it allows you to gather where the market is on a weekly, monthly, or bi-monthly and so on basis, because you start to stagger in just like you see on this curve here. You could pick up down here, but then up here and then down here again and so on. That is very good. This is CeoTrades, always giving you the information so that you can make the best information with your expert financial advisor on investing for your terms. Take care.